Bill Gates is walking along, singing a song, throwing money around. What's he doing now? That's what he's doing now.
Wait, what's that? You once made it all the way to Goro on 1 quarter? Oh, that's funny! Because our guest, Dominique Vandenberg, yeah, he used to win blood sport matches in the slums of Thailand. You guys have so much in common. Now, if we've learned anything, it's that we can never see too many Star Wars fan films. In fact, Brendan takes us inside Film Threat's special celebration. And finally, EFF activist Danny O'Brien has an app that'll keep you from getting busted by the MPAA. Now, grab your staff of Raw and head to the map room. It's Attack of the Show.
Pick up on this.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the show, the Attack of the Show. I'm Kevin Pereira. Guest host for the week, of course, is Mr. Chris Gore. And unfortunately, we're joined, as always, by Sarah and Brendan.
We're not always joined by Brendan. This is totally new.
This is true.
Big day today.
He's eating some special, what you got there, Brendan?
It's cereal. They're special lanes.
It's a lot like pretzels to me, Brendan.
Is it like little me's?
They're like the mini pretzels. They go great with milk. So. And they're making me thirsty.
Pass some over here. Bring some over here.
Yeah, do you have one? Did you bring
Yeah,
enough to
come on.
share?
You have to share.
Those pretzels are
you
making
cut
him
it?
thirsty.
He's digging for it.
Yeah,
Come on,
come on.
Go. Oh, wait. The question isn't can he catch, it's can you not throw like a girl for once? Could you get a pretzel over here?
Hard tech content.
No.
One more.
Go ahead.
One more.
There we go.
Oh,
Right. That didn't work.
You
It wasn't going to go.
try,
All
you
right.
wuss.
Do we have anything on the show today to talk about, or are you guys just going to hang out and take it easy and collect a paycheck?
These special lanes are not just a Brendan concoction. It's actually part of our user created.
That's right.
We asked people to design cereal boxes having to do with the Attack of the Show. This was one of the entries, and we're going to look at a lot more later. On Brendan, you do stuff? Or?
Yes, Chris and I hung out. And we're going to be showing that later,
Very cool.
too.
This Chris
Gore, in fact.
That's right.
Did you guys do anything?
It was fun.
You just kick back and play some Nintendo and drink beer? Or?
It was very geeky, but geeky in a good way.
Good to hear. Good to hear.
I enjoyed it, yeah.
All right, speaking of geeky in a good way, onomatopoeia. It actually refers to a word that sounds like the sound that they're describing, right? Like
Right.
a boom or a buzz or a bark.
Bang.
Exactly. Okay,
Or,
gotcha.
I'm feeling sick. I got to take a Pereira. Something like that, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Something just like that.
Just like that, Chris.
Pereira.
This site has
Never heard
actually
that.
collected animal sound onomatopoeia from all over the world.
Let's check it out.
Okay, so here's a cute little baby. It's done by children, of course. So we can go around and let's say like the rooster. If you want to hear the rooster, you click there. It's going to load, and then based on the flag, you get to hear.
Cluck,
That's,
cluck, cluck.
Apparently, that's a rooster, you know. And then they.
Let's hear this one. Japan.
A Japanese rooster. The one I didn't get was the here's the Poland. Oh no, this is a turkey, of course. This is the Polish turkey.
You know what?
I'm gonna play it one more time for you. Hold on, I'm gonna play it one more time. That's a Polish turkey, apparently.
It's pointless fun, which is exactly what the internet was designed for, don't you think?
And information
More of this.
too, as well. But
That helps.
there it is. It's nice to know that things are different all
Cool.
over the world. And really quickly, I wanted to share this as well. This was I found a video of a DJ scratching the Star Wars Imperial March. Kind of
Now,
thing,
you know I'm going to love that.
Yeah, so here it is. This guy's getting ready to serve this other guy. This is like a DJ battle. Here we go.
Wait.
This is now hold on. Before he gets there, let me point this out. This isn't the Imperial March theme. These are two records that he's going back and forth to make the sound. Here it is. Right here.
That's awesome. That's
on now.
awesome. That
Brendan
is cool.
wishes he was half that cool. Come on, don't you, Moran? No?
Let's talk. Mouthful.
Yeah, when's the
mouthful
last time you scratched the Imperial theme, Brendan?
5 minutes ago. You should have put that on tape. Sorry.
All right.
Wasn't
Now,
actually.
yesterday,
Yes,
Kevin,
yesterday. Yes, I was
I
here.
defeated you with a giant NES
You
controller.
did.
And
I'd cry foul play, but that's fine, because
But
the big
you-
controller is much easier to use.
You made an offhand remark. I was a little offended, I have to say. A little offended. It was, it was about video game history.
All right. I'm sorry, they're over there
not
talking about
doing
something.
anything.
Exactly, that's the problem.
Not even listening to what Chris is
No,
saying.
I did. I made an offhand remark
mentioned-
about video game history. And
You mentioned that you weren't aware of Rob.
I'm aware of Rob. He was a little before my time. But yes, my cousin had one. It would malfunction while trying to play Gyromite.
I admit that Rob is not particularly cool.
Right. It's cool that you have one, though. I mean, how much stuff do you collect?
mint in box, so I'm actually reluctant to open it.
At what point do you go
but-
from being a collector to just plain old pack rat?
That's me.
Where does that happen?
But I prepared a little video game history quiz. These questions have been sealed, and they're written just for you.
Can we do a spaghetti-o hot dog instead, perhaps?
No, I'm going to quiz you on video game history. Here it is. The category is Nintendo.
All right. Well, how do I know? How do I know if I get it right or wrong or something?
Okay, here. If you get it right, you'll hear. And if you get it wrong, you'll hear. Okay, so you ready?
Yeah, I think
Here
I'm
we
good.
go.
I think
First
I'm good.
question is multiple choice. Here it is. Nintendo was founded in what year? A, 1889, B, 1789, or C, 1955?
That's actually easier than I thought. It's A.
It is A.
It is A.
1889.
Thank you, huh?
Nice.
Hey, Miyamoto!
One right. One right.
Miyamoto, Sarah.
Cool.
That's, he's a
Now,
gamer.
we don't really have a scoring system, so we'll
Okay.
do digital scoring. So
Don't have to
hold
worry
up,
about it.
hold up a digit.
Done.
You got one right.
I got one right. And-
There's a digital scoring. Here we go. Nintendo started as a company manufacturing what type of product? A, LCD watches, B, playing cards, or C, pachinko machines?
It's not pachinko machines. Those weren't popular when it's B.
Playing cards. That's
Playing
correct.
cards.
Look at that.
Boom!
Scoring 2.
Ah, look at that. Everybody out there thinks I hate Nintendo, but I actually know.
Okay,
my
Nintendo.
knowledge.
Nintendo was founded
Bring
in
it.
what Japanese city? A, Tokyo, B, Kyoto, C, Hiroshima.
It's not Tokyo and it's not Hiroshima. Are these going to get harder? Because the answer to that one is B.
B, Kyoto. That's correct. Wow.
Boom!
Sweet.
What is up, folks?
Okay, this
this
is
the
a
last
tough
one?
This is a
'Cause I'm
tough
running
one.
out of digits,
It's a tough one.
folks.
Okay, what was the Super NES known as in Japan?
That was the tough one?
Go ahead, come on.
It's the Super Famicom.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
got that.
Some
All
also
right.
call it the family computer.
All right, you're correct.
It's just,
wow,
we'll
sweet.
bring back the hot dog.
Mario first appeared in what arcade video game?
Oh, his first appearance was okay. This is confusing because most people it was in 1981. Giant gorilla rolling some barrels. It was a little game called Donkey Kong.
You swept. I can't believe it. You know what? Give him credit. That's nice. Nice.
That's useful
Take
trivia.
big.
Did I impress?
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Very
That's good. Yeah.
Is that
Continue,
right?
I'm sorry.
Hold on. I'm sorry. Hold on. Hold on.
Unfortunately,
Wait.
quiz like that.
You're really
Hold on, no,
smart,
no.
Kevin.
Hold on. They're feeding me.
Really smart.
Is there another? Is there any more question? Because they just gave me another answer. I didn't know.
Oh, no, you did that for real. I'm impressed.
Thank you. Good.
Good
All
job.
right.
Good job.
Thanks for putting me on the spot. I appreciate it. I'm glad I could perform for once. All right. You might want to start limbering up, Chris, because Dominique Vandenberg, the star of the film Pit Fighter, and actually all-around dangerous and violent man, is here for you. And I told him what you said about his mother. I told him.
Now, Attack of the Show has had some tough guests before. Tom Green once kicked a light bulb for crying out loud. But Dominique Vandenberg is on a whole other level. He's a former paratrooper and Bloodsport champ turned Hollywood fight choreographer and star of the just-released DVD Pit Fighter. Welcome to the show, Dominique.
Thank you, Chris.
Great. Now, I just want to clarify one thing. Pit Fighter has nothing to do with the Pit Fighter video game at all.
No, not at all.
Great.
Not at
Well,
all.
it's actually not an exaggeration. You could pretty much kill me right now. I mean, you know those kind of moves.
Anyone can. It's easy to kill someone.
When you say anyone can, you're saying that about me. Thank you very much. But no, like, tell us about the Pit Fighter movie.
The movie, it's the character Jack is a man who had a very, very violent past. He used to be a hitman, but on one of his jobs, he goes to South America, Mexico. He gets shot in the head and left for dead. He doesn't remember anything about his past because of the amnesia factor, and then he fights in these underground fights just to make money, and little by little fragments of his past come back, and he remembers who he really was. He was a cold-blooded killer for the mafia.
Now, you acted in this movie, but there was no acting involved on your part. This is something that you've actually lived. I mean, tell us about that.
Well, to a certain degree. Obviously, I wasn't a hitman or
Well,
anything
now,
like
the
that.
hitman part, set that aside, but the actual fighting, I mean, you engaged in.
I did compete in Thailand, in northern Thailand, in Thai kickboxing. I did compete in Burma, in Bando and freestyle fighting, yes.
Now, tell us, you've got a book out now, The Iron Circle. Tell us about that.
It's based on the story of my life. Of course, little things are tweaked and time settings are a little bit different and names are changed too. But it's based on my time in the French Foreign Legion and me studying martial arts and fighting in Thailand.
Now, that's something that's fascinating to me. The only thing I know about the French Foreign Legion is from that Abbott and Costello movie from the 40s where they wear those hats with the... okay, dumb. But the French Foreign Legion is an attack force that a lot of people don't know about. They're a very mysterious organization. What can you actually tell me about them?
Well, it still exists. The Foreign Legion still exists. Today, it's a modern fighting force. They don't run around, and they still run around in the desert, but they don't wear the funny white caps with the white things in their neck. But no, it's people call them mercenaries, but it's really a tradition, and it's more than it's like being a modern-day samurai almost. You know, it's men from all over the world in this one little fighting force that fights and has conflicts all over the world. But they still call it the French Foreign Legion, but a lot of other countries use the French Foreign Legion with deals they make with the French government.
You actually fought in Thailand. I mean, tell me, what were those experiences like?
Well, after I finished my 5 years in the French Foreign Legion, I worked as an independent soldier for a little while, and after a certain amount of time, I just was tired of seeing carnage and dead people all the time. So to kind of got my head together, when I was in Burma on one of the independent soldiering jobs, in between jobs, I started fighting in a fighting style called Bando.
You were also in Mortal Kombat.
Yes, I was. That was my first job, actually, when I came to the United States in the movie business.
And you've gone up against people that are much larger than you. How much of fighting is a balance between mental and physical? I mean, if you're going up to someone that's twice your size, I mean, a lot of it, you're gonna have to mentally put yourself in a place where you can take that person down. Is that right?
It's not just mentally, it's the conditioning factor too. Conditioning, I would say, is more than half of who's gonna win the fight or not. Size matters when both people are equally skilled and when they have equal conditioning and heart and head, obviously, too.
So, and I'm sure you have to do that conditioning your entire life, which means I'm pretty much out of it. Okay.
It's never too late, to be honest with you.
Great. Dominique, thanks so much.
Thank you, Chris.
Okay, now, you've arranged a little martial arts demonstration for
Yes,
us,
I
but
have.
first, we're going to take a little break so I can make peace with my God. We are back with Dominique Vandenberg, star of the just-released Pit Fighter and martial arts extraordinaire. Now, you trained with Leonardo DiCaprio in Gangs of New York. Tell me about how you trained him. Obviously, Leonardo is an actor, not a fighter. Not a fighter. So what exactly did you do to prepare him for those fights?
I pretty much taught Leonardo the basics of knife fighting and the real violent period-style street fighting. And since Mr. Scorsese wanted to keep it basic plus 10%, I didn't really teach him any real too fancy moves like they use a lot in the Chinese movies. So I kept it basic and as real as possible.
Okay, well, let's see if it's possible to teach me something right now.
Okay.
I'm going to come at you with this knife. What exactly would you do to take me out?
Okay. Cut. Cut.
Oh, okay, so these cuts are like, are these going to kill me?
Well, what you want to do in knife fighting is go for the major blood lines. Whether someone tries to stick you, you're going to cut his veins right here. And then the main arteries, you know, the neck is always great, and the inside of the leg is always great to cut for someone to bleed out really quick.
Good, so that would kill me. Thank you. Now, you've got a demonstration here. Let's introduce your crew.
Yes, I do. We have Stephen Quadros here, the fight professor, who also was the fight coordinator of the movie Pit Fighter. We have China McCoy, who is a martial arts expert and actor who I fight twice in the film. And we have Edwin Villa, who is also one of the opponents that I fight in the film Pit Fighter.
Great. Okay, show us some stuff, guys.
Okay, guys, let's start off with a couple kicks. Okay, ready? And go.
Now, they're going to kick at each other here.
Yes, they are, yeah.
What kind of training do they have to do to make those kicks?
They have to do a lot of training. Look at that. Okay, get it back now.
Now, in order to make those look real for the camera, is it
Okay. You have to do a thing called reacting, okay? And what it is that if he's going to punch him and he doesn't react, it looks like this. Go ahead, punch him. No reaction. But now react. That's called selling a punch. Now, if he's going to do the same thing with a kick to China, go ahead. No reaction. But when he reacts, oh, that looks good.
So it's not just about the actual, follow through on the punch of the kick. It's about that actor,
It's about
selling.
the other guy.
Yeah.
It's a lot about the other guy, and we incorporated a lot of grappling and a lot of like infighting, which they're going to demonstrate here. Where it wasn't just a lot of fancy kicks and punches. They would go in and they'd lock up and they'd get people in chokes like that, and then he'd go for some payback. And
now, as much as this is safe here, and when I say safe, I mean it looks really scary close up right now. You guys get hurt doing this, right?
No, there were no injuries whatsoever, not even a nicked fingernail on Pit Fighter. I'm a freak about safety, so is Dominic, and so are these guys. And the thing is, if these guys get hurt, then I can't use them again.
Well, I know you're saying that to me right now, but come on, you guys. Little bruises here and there, you'll stiff in the morning, go in the jacuzzi, no?
On Pit Fighter, we only had 2.5 days to film all the fights, so we couldn't hurt any of the guys. We had to do it right because of the budget. We had 2.5 days. That's not a lot to shoot fights in a movie called Pit Fighter.
Gotcha. What else can you show us? Show us a couple more moves.
Okay, they're just going to kind of like do. Pit Fighter integrated the flashy and it also integrated the gritty and the brawly. So what they're going to do is they're going to just basically spar now, and this is all bets are off. I mean, they could hurt each other, but these guys are professionals and they won't. Ready and go. Now, Edwin is going to shoot for a takedown. China is going to block the takedown and go for underhooks, and he's going to spin out. And now he's going to come at him with punches or kicks, whichever he wants.
Guys, don't kill each other. Whoa.
And he's going to go for a takedown.
All right.
And very nice.
Awesome. The movie is Pit Fighter. It's out today on DVD. The book is The Iron Circle, the true story of Dominique Vandenberg. Dominique, thanks for joining us.
It was a pleasure, Chris.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. We have to go for a second, but luckily the show stays crunchy in milk. Sarah must have been bitten by a radioactive news anchor because she's bursting with feed stories. And people told us, don't ever put Brendan, Chris, alcohol, and Star Wars fan films together. Well, we did it, and we regret it.
Welcome back. While you were gone, I made Dominique Vandenberg cry just by looking at him. He's not still here, is he?
No.
Right. The fun doesn't stop there. The EFF's Danny O'Brien is here to show us the proper technique for sticking it to the man. It's all on the wrist, apparently. I don't know if you knew that, Chris.
I don't know. Didn't know. Plus, we show off the cereal boxes you made in today's User Created. And this week's Boost Mobile live band is Ponder this Friday. So ponder that, folks.
Ponder that Friday.
Yeah.
Chris, as you may know, we here at the Attack of the Show love movies. Yes.
We do.
It's true.
Dig 'em.
All kinds of movies, especially the ones when you endorse them, since you're kind of a movie guy, as they told me. Here's what happens when Chris drags me out for drinks.
Is this the best a rebellion can send? A little girl?
I'm a Jedi.
Really?
Really?
The Star Wars hype never ends. Film Threat is actually sponsoring a Star Wars rarities on video in Hollywood at a place called Cinespace. And of course, the guy behind Film Threat is none other than Chris Gore.
We're premiering some Star Wars shorts. Return of Pink 5 and Nerd Hunting.
I'm totally clear to land.
You are totally clear to land.
And you want to take me shopping afterwards.
And I want to take you shopping afterwards.
Pink 5 is this valley girl who is sort of peripherally involved with the characters from Star Wars, and she's kind of in the background.
I don't really care what you heard. The other guy totally shot first.
We get to see her in a slave Leia bikini.
Stacy, oh, my.
My favorite bikini ever.
Salacious. No, I just took you out. Well, you're gonna have to hold it. I'm busy. Get off my leg. No, you don't.
People always compare it to like Clueless meets Star Wars. In 2003, we won the George Lucas Selects Award for Pink 5, which was such a Cinderella story. It cost $4 to make that movie. And then in 2004, for Pink 5 Strikes Back, we won the Audience Choice Award, which was equally awesome because the fans picked us.
What I told you was true, from a certain point of view.
You're making this up as you go along, aren't you?
Nerd Hunter 3004.
It's a short film. It basically takes place 1,000 years in the future when being a nerd is completely illegal. So they go about and assign people, sort of like in Blade Runner, to hunt down nerds.
What do you know about comic conventions?
I know that they're illegal.
You like toys, figures?
Of course not. I don't even know what they are.
Do you think that's a realistic scenario for nerds of today?
I think it'll probably happen in about 500 years, not 1,000 years, but it will happen.
It's frozen or something. I don't know what's wrong.
Oh, freeze? That's easy. Just hit Alt-C while holding down Shift and you...
Can you hold this down, nerd? You're busted.
Being a nerd myself, I know that we're very dangerous and we've got to be stopped.
Once there was a time when being a nerd was something to be respected. Now... Don't forget what they did.
We shot like 80% of Nerd Hunter green screen, and then the other shots we just stole from outside.
Come on, Normal, let's see what you got.
So, are you really a nerd?
Fully, full-on, geeked out nerd. Fully.
Are you, what kind of... Whoa. What's that say?
I heart nerds, because I am one, and,
See, guys, it's not that bad.
I'm planning a comic book convention.
And I can feel it.
You don't have any proof yet. I know how they think.
I did. Delete that kid.
What do you care? He's just a nerd.
Nerd Hunter 3004.
3004.
Nerd Hunter is awesome. It's like Blade Runner with nerds set in the future. It should be a regular TV show.
It must make it easier to pitch these things. Like, think Blade Hunter.
Right. Blade Runner.
Or you're the movie guy, you tell me.
Yeah, I'm the movie. Yeah, Blade Runner with nerds. I think that's the pitch. If you were going to pitch it to Hollywood, that's what you would do.
The studio executive says, I'm interested, tell me more.
But I noticed that you were having quite the conversation with Amy Earhart, the star of the Pink 5 films.
Any girl that dresses in the Leia Jedi. You know, I got a soft spot for that.
I thought it was fascinating because she's Amelia Earhart's granddaughter, and you got her phone number, so...
Hey,
I don't know. I think you beat me.
It's nice being on TV. Anyway, more on the show notes. Now Sarah and her plasma monitor sidekick are here with the feed.
It's recently come to the attention of some major corporations that outgoing email can pose a possible financial, legal, or security risk. So they're hiring people whose job it is to read your email. I hope you're not waiting for a punchline because I'm actually totally serious. A survey found that 63% of corporations with 1,000 or more employees either have an email screener on staff already or plan to hire one very, very soon. Most of the companies surveyed estimate that 25% of all outbound email poses a risk, and 27% of the companies have had to fire someone due to email misuse in the past year alone. So the next time you're hanging out in the break room and that weird new guy snickers at you and says, "Say hi to your butter muffin for me, Angel Pants," you'll know what's up. Now, if you recall, a while back we mentioned that rumors were circulating about the Revolution possibly offering Nintendo's entire back catalog for free. Remember that? Well, the company's finally made an official announcement, and the rumors are false. I guess we'll just have to continue using illegal emulators. Fine. Get back, Nintendo legal team. Nah, we're joking. We wouldn't do that. Nintendo president Satoru Iwata acknowledged in a press conference that he was aware of the download rumors, but was quick to crush them, saying, quote, "We have no plans to distribute the games without a charge." But he did say that Nintendo is planning on setting up 1,000 wireless DS hotspots in Japan, located in high traffic areas and in stores where their products are sold. So there's that, which is nice. Moving on now, loyal readers of the geek culture website Slashdot.org, you know it well. They pride themselves on living on the outskirts of society, on being subversive and edgy in their endeavors, and on being able to name at least 4 of the made-up languages in Star Trek. They all do it. Well, you know what corporate America calls you guys? A highly appealing demographic. OSTG, the conglomerate that owns Slashdot, has unveiled several new marketing initiatives, which includes giving companies the opportunity to slap their interstitial ads all over the tech news website. This is expected to affect the Slashdot Day Pass, that's the exclusive reader opt-in program that requires registration, the most. It's not been finalized yet, but still, you may want to brace yourself for clicking through annoying animated shills before getting to your news about sticking it to the man. Ah, the irony. Gotta love irony. It is irony, is it? I don't know, I can't even tell anymore. No, wait. The next story is irony. Listen to this. Because of a shortage of workers with European language skills, India is being forced to recruit up to 120,000 foreign workers. That's right. India is outsourcing, which means potentially that somebody who got fired because his company outsourced his job to India could conceivably be sought by the Indian company to do the job he was originally laid off from. Man, that's like a black fly in your Chardonnay, huh? Or maybe it's more like that guy who hated to fly and then he got in a plane crash. 10,000 spoons when all you need is a knife. Oh, hell. Who knows? Alanis Morissette, you've ruined us forever! That's our ironic take on the news. Back to you guys.
You all right? Sarah, you okay?
Yeah, I'll be
Sarah?
fine. I'll be fine. Yeah.
Oh, poor thing.
So who applies for a job to read outgoing email? What kind of job would that be like?
I know, that's ridiculous. I really don't know if they even do that here. I don't know if Comcast or G4 has a policy where they do it. I sure hope not, though. That's ridiculous to have someone sit there reading an email.
That can't be any fun.
Yeah,
And I'm scared.
We're all for showing off tools that allow you to read your coworkers' emails, but no one should be paid to do it.
That's right.
Right? All right, maybe.
Okay.
I'm a little worked up on it myself. All right, Aaron joins us on the phone from Jacksonville, Florida. We have a surprise caller today, Chris.
Excellent.
Aaron, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
How's it going, buddy?
Good, how are you?
Doing very well, thank you. You have a question for Chris here?
Yeah, do you think we should go see War of the Worlds when it comes out?
First of all, Steven Spielberg has never done a bad job when, paired with aliens. You got Close Encounters,
True.
you got E.T. I expect War of the Worlds to really surprise people. I think it's going to be amazing. And the great thing is, really haven't seen a lot about that film.
Right.
So, haven't seen the aliens yet either.
Do you believe the spoilers that Tom Cruise is going to scare the aliens away with his crazy?
Yeah.
Or he's going to come down and freak out and go like, oh, hey, sorry to bother, dude.
He always has that one Tom Cruise moment that like, yeah, where he goes nuts. But now he's doing it on Oprah for free.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Like, hey, sorry to bother, buddy. It's cool. We know you love her. You're straight. Cool. All right. Other shows brag about the first 49, but not me. I'm bringing you a first 50 after this because it's one louder. Huh?
And EFF activist Danny O'Brien's going to show you how to cover up your tracks online. Ignore that not safe for work tag forever.
Nice.
The feed is brought to you by Doritos. Don't hesitate, don't procrastinate, don't wait to be great. Visit INNW.com.
All right, don't forget Attack of the Show and Xbox.com's Game with Fame contest is on, with a lucky winner getting to play Burnout 3 Takedown with rockers the Kaiser Chiefs. Now, the session with the Chiefs will be on Monday, June 13th, with the festivities televised on this show, June 17th. Again, go to Xbox.com for details, and be sure to tune in here on the 17th for all the fun and wacky hijinks. All right, now the list of what you can legally do and can't do online seems to change by the minute. And here to help keep us out of trouble is the Electronic Frontier Foundation activist, Danny O'Brien. Danny, thank you for joining us.
Good to
Appreciate
be
it. On your business card, it actually says activist, right?
It does, yeah,
You're like
yeah.
a freedom fighter.
Yeah,
You're saving lives and people by the minute.
And necessarily tipping over cars, setting fire to things if need be.
Right.
Yes.
In the name of protest.
Freedom.
Of freedom.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
in the name of freedom.
exactly.
So one thing that's not free anymore. The guys from DVD Decryptor.
Yeah, gone away now.
Yeah, they got shut
Bye-bye.
down. DVD Decryptor is a piece of software that allows people to back up. Or...
Yep, that's exactly it. You just put your DVD in and you bought it, so you get to keep it, so you can put it on your hard drive and watch it on your laptops, so you don't. And so when your DVD's scratched, you don't have to worry anymore.
Sure. Now, I could have sworn that there are 1,001 programs out there that allow you to do just that. That allow you to take a DVD, rip it.
Yes,
So
there
what does
are.
this mean for all that?
It means there's one less of them. for this week.
For this
and then
week.
there'll be another one that'll come along, and then that one will get shut down as well. So it's, you know, it's whack-a-mole. That's how it works.
Is it now? Is the person with the mallet going to lose at the end of the day, no matter what, just because they'll keep popping
Well,
up? Or?
I kind of hope they'll just give up and realize that this is a fight that you're going to lose, right? Because people want to keep what they bought. People want to have this stuff and preserve it and back it up and use their fair use rights and all of this.
Absolutely.
And you know, it's just silly. It's really sad for the guy who spent all this time writing it, putting it out, and now he's getting these threats, and he's always had to be anonymous because he's always been scared of getting this stuff. And now all his work's gone for naught, and they've got his website, and they've taken all his code
Can't
away.
these companies focus their legal muscle on like spammers or the spyware guys instead of going after the guy who's actually programming something, who's making something?
Yeah, the tough questions.
Yeah.
No, it would be great. It would be great if they did that. Or, you know, just work out something so that you could do this. You could buy equipment. Because the other thing that people like the DVD forum do is they stamp out the kind of hardware or even like the proper companies who want to do this kind of thing.
Right.
If you wanted to introduce anything that did anything new or interesting with DVDs, they've got the patents.
Yeah.
You can't
it's like, whoa, hey, new and interesting?
No,
we don't need that. We don't need that.
Just the normal menu options, right?
Of course.
Just
of course. And the trailers now that you can't skip or fast forward through.
Right.
Can the EFF stop that? Can you make that go away?
What we can do is we can come into your house and we can make you a cup of tea while those things are playing, and that's pretty much what we do, and advocate for legislation.
That sounds very pleasant. I like that.
That's okay. Just send us an email about it.
So you mentioned that that the author of DVD Decryptor had to be anonymous about his program,
Right.
and now everybody's talking about anonymity just for surfing the net because you have to be so careful nowadays.
Right.
You guys are recommending a new program to actually do that, right?
Well, we're doing more than recommending it. We're kind of funding it and we're supporting it.
That'll do it.
Us and the Naval Research Laboratories, who also really like anonymity for their agents out in the field, and so they can communicate. And if you have agents in the field and you want them to communicate secretly, what you really want is some background noise of some normal people communicating anonymously at the same time. So we're kind of covering for our intelligence services at the moment, which is kind of a nice position for the EFF, right?
So now what's this program? You guys have a program that people can download called Tor?
It is called Tor. You can find it at tor.eff.org, and you can download it. And basically, any website you go to or any email you send or anything like that, it comes from all kinds of places. We have like servers in places like Mexico and loads of different universities.
Right.
And your packet goes out of your computer, gets messed around a bit, and then pops out who knows where.
Right. Now, a lot of times we're seeing with programs like this, when you have a certain proxy overseas, and it might be down, it might be this, like the other.
Right.
This one's going to connect to multiple, route them all around.
Yeah.
And the performance hit latency-wise, is that going to be really bad? I mean, is it going to really slow things down?
It's a teensy-weensy bit slower, but I mean, genuinely, I've tried it out, and I've used these anonymizing things before, and it's kind of like, oh, it's so good I'm anonymous. And this one's kind of faster. This one, it's not, if you're using a broadband connection, it's faster than dial-up and not as fast
there's no need to run through a proxy to play Quake 3. It's like, oh, that's cool. But for whatever you would want to use it for.
Right, you turn it on if you want to be anonymous. If you want to find out what prices people are being offered on sites like Amazon.
Can you believe that?
Right. They charge you more the more you use Amazon, apparently, allegedly. Right.
But so you just ping a packet through Mexico, and all of a sudden,
you get
got
Mexican
yourself
prices.
A discount.
Yeah, exactly.
Very nice. All right, and finally, we've talked a lot about Internet 2 recently. We mentioned that some of those college students are getting sued for sharing files there.
Yep.
And it's not just Internet 2, of course, it's the plain old Internet 1. Do they even call it Internet 1? I guess they call it the Internet. Fair enough. Do you have any advice for those guys? Is there anything that they can do aside from using Tor to stay anonymous? Or?
Well, what we're kind of doing at the moment is trying to talk with university system administrators, because the big problem here is they get scared by the RIAA and the MPAA, so we're kind of giving them advice on not to just go after their own students and not stop their rights to free speech, but actually just work out ways that they can throttle different internet connections, so they're not actually spying on you, because it's the same thing with the email. Everyone gets tempted once they get reports that the people that are under them kind of are doing illegal things or maybe doing illegal things. They want to step in and monitor everything you do, and we really don't want that for students, because it's it's your first experience of this stuff. You want to it's free speech, man.
Absolutely.
That's
fight the power and all that other good stuff.
Yes. Good activist.
And in all sincerity, I say this all the time, but we sincerely appreciate everything you guys do.
Yeah, no problem.
And thank you very much for coming on the show.
No
appreciate
problem
it. Head on over to the EFF's website at EFF.org and join the fight, people, and get Tor, because it rocks. All right, we're going to go, but we'll be right back. Honest, this isn't like the time your dad went for a pack of cigarettes, okay? Besides, we've got user-created cereal boxes to show off on. My first 50, it wants your car, so I suggest you give it to him after this. Thanks again, man. Appreciate it. Tomorrow's show promises to hold you down and tickle you until you cry. We watch old toys turned into musical instruments at the Bent Fest. Plus, we bring a good supply of body bags and some handy press passes to the Fangoria Weekend of Horrors. And finally, she pals around with Angelina Jolie and Mr. and Mrs. Smith, but I have a feeling Rachel Huntley is going to find our land party so much cooler. That's the kind of game you can expect from the next attack of the show. When you think Grand Theft Auto, you probably think PlayStation 2. Well, now you're going to think Xbox. Why? Because I say so. It's my first 50. Ready? You with me, buddy?
I'm with you.
Yeah, you excited about that?
I'm very excited.
All right, so chances are you own a PlayStation 2.
2, actually.
Two PS2s?
Yeah, well,
Man,
I got one in my garage, and yeah.
Of course you do. For when the wife kicks you out, you're like, okay, fine.
It happens.
Cool.
It happens.
All right. So you own the PS2. Do you own the San Andreas?
Yes, I do. Yeah,
See,
yeah.
I have a feeling most people out there do, but for the Xbox-only gamers, it's time for them to cheer up because San Andreas has finally arrived. It's here. It's arrived. I played it this week. It's San Andreas. Huh? Do I need to tell you about it, apparently? You play gangbanger Carl Johnson, your mother's been murdered, you're back to the city, blah, blah, blah. 6 times the size of Vice City, so it's pretty large. You with me? You're nodding? Have you played it? I mean, I know you own the game, but
yeah,
you just invite 9-year-olds over to play it, and there you go?
No, yeah, it's one of those games I got to play late at night. I got to play very late at night.
Gotcha. Do you have to play with headphones on, too, so the whole kids
No.
can sleep?
No. I get the surround.
Very nice.
I got the surround set up.
So everybody's seen the game, essentially, and the question is, how does it play? How does it actually run on the Xbox? Is it worth picking up? Well, I will say this, as you can see right here, the frame rate is a little bit more solid, okay? Of course, riding the bike isn't the best demo, but there you go. And the draw distance, you'll notice the draw distance is much further. There's a lot less pop-in. So some of the custom Xbox, like the Xbox-only features, you're going to get custom soundtracks, which are always good. In fact, the radio commercials will play over the soundtrack as well, which is nice. The one thing that is entirely lame...
As long as you can hit people.
You
like
can always, yeah,
you can always hit people good. That's all I care about.
There you go. You'd pay $50 just to beat people on any console.
Yeah.
Of course you would. The replay feature. They added a replay feature. I didn't even bother capturing it, half because I'm really that lazy, and half because it's that lame.
What is the replay feature?
So let's say you do a cool jump or whatever. Okay. I figured I wanted to do a replay. I'm going to hit a button, go back, fast forward, rewind, set my cameras, whatever. Okay. No. You hit replay, the game automatically goes back like 30 seconds or something like that and just plays.
So it's like TiVo.
That's it. But there's no sound. There's no sound effects. There's no music. So when you go back and watch a replay, it's just your guy going. Now, I'm sure like some people will figure out a cool use for that and, position the cameras and cut up some machinima. But for me, I'd like a little bit more control with the replay. The one thing that is great, of course, are the load times. That's the best part. So here you have it. You walk into a building. Guess what, Chris? Hold on. Wait. There you go. You're inside the building. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. It's actually a little bit faster than PlayStation 2. It's not heads and shoulders above it. I don't know. I gotta say, if you own the PS2, especially if you own the PS2 version, you probably should stay away. It's not worth the full price of admission. It's $50. But if you're visiting San Andreas for the first time, you should pay up because it's probably a buy it, I think.
Cool.
There you have it. Now it's time to look at the things you guys spent hours on, and we're going to make cheap jokes about them. It's the user created. Ooh, that was lucky. Yep.
All right, so Kevin, as you know, last week we had a lot of excellent CD case designs.
We did.
People did pretty well.
We actually put things in them and sent them out.
I know, it's great. Very excited. We had interns doing that.
Of course.
Into the night.
When I say we, I meant we didn't pay somebody to do it.
And we knew that when we asked you to tap into your vast knowledge of breakfast cereals, because we all love cereal, we wouldn't just be disappointed. And we weren't at all.
Do you eat a lot of cereal?
Except with this one. Look at this.
Oh, what?
That's disappointing.
Are you serious?
That's a stupid box of cereal.
Are you
Thanks for nothing, jerk.
Someone really sent that in? No. We should at least call him out.
That is so mean.
What?
I know.
Now the guy spent 2 seconds in paint.
Yeah.
Call him out on
And he
it.
sent it in.
Yeah.
I send it. All right, so you want to look at the good stuff? And by the way, I do like cereal a lot.
What kind?
I really like...
You eat boring cereals, don't you?
Heritage O's.
You see, why did I know you were a boring cereal person?
They're made with like flax seeds and oat bran.
Oh,
I love
so
them.
disgusting. Cookie Crisp all the way.
But enough about us. Cookie Crisp. Sickening.
So good.
All right, okay, so first up we have Crushed Ramen by Sean Covington. Kevin's holding it there. Not really an Attack of the Show cereal per se, but it does come in a variety
But kids
of
everywhere love
delicious
it.
flavors. It comes in chicken, pork, or fish.
That's awesome.
You know you like fish-flavored ramen. Yummy.
And the simple instructions. You just pour some milk.
And it's because everybody loves ramen. Ew!
Pour,
I don't even
add
notice
your milk,
the milk.
and enjoy.
Oh, sick up.
Loves me some ramen.
All right, next up is Sarah's Special Lane. Brendan gave us a sneak peek, and mention earlier in the show. Each box comes with a Sarah Lane bobblehead doll, which is a very popular prize among
What's
entries.
up here?
And it also
What's up there?
features, that's my bobblehead.
That's the noggin.
And it also features my biography on the spine, although I read it and it says I went to a college I didn't go to.
Really?
Yeah, I went
You
to
didn't go to college. Come on, let's be honest.
I went to one. It just wasn't as prestigious as the one listed on that on the cereal. So thank you for making me seem smarter than I really am. Okay, next one. More realistic version of me is featured on classic AOTSEs. And it has
Aussies?
18 AOTSEs. Is that
guess.
what? Whatever. Has 18,000 calories though per serving. What do you think about that?
There's a free Brendan Moran bobblehead inside. Mom, can I get the Brendan Moran bobblehead?
And you know what's really interesting about the AOTSEs?
What is?
It has 60% of your daily intake of alcohol.
Oh.
So not only is it nutritious, but it's a good time in the morning.
Yeah.
You
All
know?
right. Yeah.
Little
Apparently.
hair of the dog. Pour yourself some...
I could use a spoonful of AOTSEs right now, actually.
Me too, actually. I've already had some. All right,
I'm running
next
out of
one we have Pereiros.
Yeah, now we're talking.
Now, this is kind of like tech cereal. It uses MPEG compression to get all your nutrition, tiny Perero
Of course
heads.
it does.
And
Whoa, it actually is. Look, it's a tiny Perera head in every bite.
Isn't that
apparently.
cute? And it actually has a finger puppet stage to host your own episodes.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah, here it
you
is
also
in the spinning
have
round.
to enjoy it. You have to because it's part of the ULO printed on inside each box.
That's
you have
awesome.
to. Like,
Yes.
you have no choice. You
Right,
have
the
to
moment
like
you
it.
open it, and you have to agree to it to eat the cereal, of course. This
Okay.
one is awesome. I really like this
We're
one.
going to deem this one the winner. It has to be Formula P by Sean Summer.
Look at that, Formula P.
Loving it.
Sarah, what's going on? Look at Sarah. Hold on, zoom in on Sarah. What's going on there, Miss Lane?
I don't know.
Look at that.
You know,
No?
I didn't realize I had that picture floating around the internet, but
Well, it's there.
well, yeah, that's not really me.
It's from my Moblog.
The detail is really impressive,
is.
and all the images were taken from G4 websites or your Moblog, and the reason we
Exactly.
know that is because he sent us a webpage citing all of the images.
Yes.
So good for you.
He even did a rap about the cereal
Yeah,
and
they got
included it
theme music.
on oh, there it is. Yeah, he's rapping about Formula P cereal.
Look, you're one of those kids like in high school.
Yeah.
That was so annoying.
Yeah.
You like lived in the cornfield and tried to talk with that. So Sean, for all your effort, we are sending you an exclusive Attack of the Show t-shirt designed by fellow YouTube created champion Kin Jutsu. But we actually we claimed this last week. We're actually going to pick another cereal to shoot a commercial for.
Oh.
We said we'd use the winner, but sometimes we change our minds, so
That
be
happens.
sure to check back next week for the unveiling. And for next week's User Created, we want you to pull a quick one on Old Man eBay.
Oh,
You're
digging
gonna
into
like
the
this
eBay,
a lot,
huh?
Kevin. Yeah,
All
we
right.
want you to design a fake eBay auction. Send us the pictures, write up a description, we'll pick the winners, and then, probably sell them on eBay for thousands of dollars. You're gonna be so rich! All because of you. So be sure to check out the website for the template and all the rules. Now, you think we'd really end the show without getting cozy on the couch?
Smells like glue.
We wouldn't do that.
Does, right?
Ooh.
It's awesome. The warm glow of your digiqueries are coming up.
Yes.
They're digital
Chat
queries.
room's next.
Rapid fire chat room. Let's go, Lane.
Okay, you ready?
What's up?
First one from OSG Red. If Brennan and Kevin got into a pit fight, who would win?
I think without a doubt I would.
What kind of question is that?
That's so easy.
You're
You
like-
would lose.
You're like a buck 20.
I would clearly win.
Brendan?
I'll say Kevin. Thank you. Even though I've got the
Wow.
knife. Next
I
question.
had no idea.
That's true.
Put your money on Kevin. My thesis asks, do you think Sony will alter the PS3 to outdo the Xbox 360 because of the 6 months gap in the release dates? Quick answer.
Popular opinion is they don't have to alter it. It already is going to be more powerful. The extra
All right.
time is going to work. But
Yeah, there you go.
We'll see. All right. The show can't go on. It's exhausting.
Thanks to our guests, Dominique Vandenberg and Danny O'Brien.
Will any of tomorrow's guests know the best way to kill a man?
You just have to wait and see.
Whoa! See ya! Bye-bye.
Oh, do it again. Do this. Oh.